live every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. UK time. I come live to be with you, do pet readings for you. We've been doing some oracle card readings as well. And one week we did my Life by Numbers book readings. And tonight I've bought some exciting things because, of course, tomorrow it is Halloween. Do you like my spooky background today? I've got my third eye light. You can just see it there. I've got my pumpkin and my candle and all sorts of spooky things in here. But some of you, some eagle-eyed people watching, might have noticed that my haunted doll is above the third eye. Can you see her? I don't know if you can see her. I think somebody called her Sophie when we did the mystery box and she was inside. But my niece is called Sophie, so I think I'm going to have to think of another name for her. So do let me know if you can think of a good name for her. Let me see who's here. Now, hello, it's nice to see you again. Hello, Amber. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am. Thank you, Amber. Hello, Tatiana. Hello, Becky. Hello, Joanna. Hello, Beth. She said from Portugal. Nice to see you again. Hello, Rachel. Can you see my spooky doll, my haunted doll, everybody, above the third eye? Can you see? Now, I want you to keep an eye on her because if she starts moving, you need to tell me in the comments. I've got a feeling tonight we might have some spooky goings on here. So if you see anything strange in the background, if you hear strange knocks, noises, you need to type it in and tell me. If anything happens behind me, you're the ones who've got to alert me to it because it is Halloween tomorrow. It is. Do you like my mug? Look, I've got my spooky mug. There we go. I've got my special light. Got the pumpkin over there and the candle and some other bits and pieces. And of course, we've got to do the mystery box. We have got some winners and I'll be doing pet readings for you. Liz said, what about calling her Carrie? Do you remember that film, Carrie? Stephen King. That's it, Liz. We're going to call her Carrie. Oh, no. You know what happens in Carrie, don't you? I don't need to tell you. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm thinking. You know what comes down all over her head. I'm not going to say it. If anything like happens like that in this room to the doll Carrie tonight, honest to God, I'll be out of here. I'll be out the door. Hello, Trisha. Looking forward to your reading on Duke. I've already done that for you. I've got it all written down for you, Trisha. And you've also said, can you ask him if he comes to visit me sometimes at night? Sometimes I think I feel crawling at the bed. I do believe that. I do believe that, Trisha, that he does come to visit you. And you'll see what I've put in your reading when I do that soon. Becky said, I love that film. It's too scary. Do you think they might put it on tomorrow? They might do. Hello, Stacey. Nice to see you here as well. I'm so glad to be here. I'm glad that you're here. That's lovely. Yeah, I think Carrie's been doing herself at the moment. Doesn't appear to be doing anything untoward, does she? Now, I've been very lucky today because I've been looking at Amazon because you know my book, Everything You Need to Know to Become a Pet Psychic. That has gone up in the rankings and it's on number 4. So if it goes to number 1, it will become an Amazon bestseller again. And the reason I think that it's climbing up in the rankings at the moment because the price is literally got 40, I don't know, something like 46% off. So it's nearly half price because the proper price is $12.99 and it's only $6.99 at the moment. So there's some offer. So if you do want a copy of my book, go and get it off Amazon because I tell you what, that's like trade price. So grab it off Amazon, buy your friends, your family one for Christmas, and hopefully it might even go to number 1 while we're here on the live. Well, it might not. If it does, that would be great. If it doesn't, that's okay as well. But leave me an Amazon review if you've bought it, because the Amazon reviews now is on, I'll tell you in a minute, it's on 74. So I'd love it to get up a little bit higher. It's been stuck on 74 for ages. I know it's a bit of effort to review a book, but if you don't mind, I would be very appreciative indeed. So yeah, it's on number 4 at the moment, so I'll check it in a little while. Who else is here? Becky. She says, I get that with my gizmo who passed, he crawls in bed and sits on me. Do you know what, Becky? It really is quite common, um, for you to feel your animals on the, if they used to sleep on the bed when they were living, often you do feel them on your bed after they've passed. Never worry about that, or don't ever be frightened by it. It's a comforting thing. It's a reassurance. They're just letting you know that they're with you. And it's very nice. Tracy said, I love my card reading last week. It made a lot of sense. And the list for 2025 is being written. Oh, well done, Tracy. I'm glad to hear it. Kim said, hello, Beth from Mags and myself at 5:30 a.m. in Australia. Goodness me, Kim, you're an early bird. Oh, well, thank you for joining me. It's very, very early there for you, but I do appreciate it. And it's 20 to 8 UK time here on an evening. So thank you. It's lovely to see you on here. Who else is here? Susan, my neighbour friend, has just put her young feral cat to sleep. Oh, that is so sad. She's called Bella. Has she gone to Rainbow Bridge? All animals go over to Rainbow Bridge, Susan. Rainbow Bridge is a beautiful poem. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it. And really, it's about a special place animals go when they cross. And the belief, and I believe this, is that that's where they wait for you, and then you reunited. So it's like a beautiful place where they still watch over us. They're waiting for us. Yes, Bella has crossed and gone to Rainbow Bridge. Um, she's doing very well over there. It's all right. She told me something, Susan. She said to me, it sounds like Phil or Philip when I just tuned into her. I'm just listening to what she's saying now. If I go a little bit quiet, that's the reason why. I'm getting the name Phil. So can you ask your friend if that makes sense? And she's saying to me, May the 17th, May the 18th, 17th and 18th of May. So get your friend to jot that in a diary for next year unless she already understands it. I'm so sorry to hear that. I know what it's like to lose a pet. It's awful. You never forget them, and they are always with you. They were very linked together, Bella and your friend. It's like this image of her following your friend around the house. Could you show me, your friend has got some problem has your friend got some problems with her knees or connected to something? Obviously, I'm not a doctor, and it might just be the cat's way of proving that it's her. Ask her about that. Oh, Brenda. Beth, my 30-year-old cat is dying. Oh, I'm so sorry, Brenda. 30, that's an amazing age. My dog is on borrowed time at the moment. She's very, very poorly. And I know how you are feeling, Brenda. It doesn't matter how long you've had them, it is so hard to deal with. And they're like a person, they're like a person in your family. Oh, some of you are writing in here about some of your poor animals. Jace, my dog died in my arms on my birthday a few months ago. Oh, Jace. How poignant on your birthday as well. Do you know if he has any messages for me? I know he's thanking you and he keeps showing me this image of the coast, being by the coast, being by the sea. Run, run. Is that sea on your? Hang on. Is that on your? I can see. I've just clicked on your profile picture. Is that by where you live? The image I got wasn't exactly like that. It was like the beach and running on the beach. And then I noticed that it looks, I've only got it as a little thumbnail. I thought that looks like the sea now. And I've just looked at your little thumbnail on your profile. He showed me that. And travel, hold on a second, James. Travel, he showed me going overseas, traveling, and there's somebody there, and there's a very important meeting for you. Have you got that organised, or is that happened? If not, I need you to remember that he's showing you this. Going overseas for a very important, there's something very important, the reason why you'll be going there to do it. Sometimes animals do pass on a very significant day, and like you've had this on your birthday, sometimes it's on somebody else's birthday or the same day as another animal passed. And it just makes it very, very memorable and poignant. But don't see it as something negative. See that he knew um, how meaningful your time together was. I'm so sorry. Oh, my Missy has just gone with your Bella. Oh, Tracy, I know what it's like. Hello, Kim. Thanks for reading last week. Who else is here? Brenda Sniffle. Oh, why can't I get back on the live? Lost it and only seen the comments again. I don't know. I don't know, Tracy. I'm not quite sure, but producer Hawar is here. So I don't think it's our end, but if it is, he'll type in the comments under the Pet Psychic. Hello, hello, Janice. Hawar said refresh it, refresh your page, Tracy. Liz said the first couple of months that Tia passed, every day I got a whiff of her biscuits. Taya has different biscuits that smell, but I don't smell them anymore. That was her just letting you know, Liz, that she was safe and well in spirit. And often we do get smells from spirit. You know, sometimes somebody who smoked, sometimes you might not smoke at home or anybody smoke in the family, but you'll get that smell, a distinctive smell, and you know it's the person that was a smoker connecting to you. So all perfume, you know, somebody's favourite perfume. So it's the same as it is with people. Animals can sense smells. Hello, Eve. Hoping my baby's still around me and that he knows how sorry I am. If he suffered in silence, not letting us know. I know it's always a worry, isn't it, Eve, that because you have to remember this. You know your pet better than anybody else. And you know when they're ill. You really need to trust your gut instinct about how they're feeling. Like my dog's really poorly now and she won't recover. And I keep checking in with her and I'll know when she's had enough. At the moment, she's still got good quality of life, and I know how to manage what she's going through currently. So you have to trust yourself, even, and you kind of going back now in retrospect. I feel when you're asking me about that, I don't think that he suffered, that your baby suffered in silence, because I think you'd have picked up and you knew what to do and you acted when you needed to act. And you need to just remember that. Don't doubt yourself. It's easy when you look back in hindsight because you're not living through it now. You've just got those memories, and we all do it with hindsight. So don't sort of doubt yourself, Eve. Trust yourself. Stacey, absolutely like a person in our family. They are. They're a member of your family. Your animals are. They're like people. They're like your children. Their love for us and runs deep and forever in our souls. Honestly, Stacey, that is so true. Oh, Lindsay lost her special dog Ozzy last year. I miss him so much, and I wish he'd let me know he was with me still. Do you know what? You can send that thought, Lindsay, and all of you watching, you can telepathically send how you feel your pet. All you have to do is close your eyes, say your pet's name in your mind 3 times. That can help activate it really quickly. And have the thought with intention that they can hear you. It's like switching on a light. Just that intention kick-starts the process, and then quiet your mind and see what comes back. Now, when you link into spirit or with animals like I do, it can be subtle, and sometimes it can feel like it's your thought, like it's your voice in your mind. And that's when we dismiss things. We think, oh no, I'm just making it up. That's me. It isn't. It comes from the same part of your brain as your imagination comes from. And that's why we can pass it off as I'm just imagining it. So, what I teach you in my book is how to do it, and how to know the differences, how it is so subtle. And I give you loads of exercises to do with photographs of pets that you don't know. So it's easier at first to have a go on somebody else's pet because you can get the information and you can ask the owner about that. So you could say if I have a go with a friend's pet, so I'll pick this up. Does this make sense to you? And when they tell you, oh, yeah, this is what it means, this is what happened, that's good evidence. When you do it with your own pet, then you have more confidence to dismiss the self doubt. So I really talk about it loads in my book. I make it really simple, and I know you can do it. So many people can do what I do. Anne said, "Hi Beth, thank you for my live." Oh, sorry, thank you for your live. Just a little message from my dear dog Moa, the dog adopted. He's traumatized. I don't know how to help him. Oh, Anne, I'm so sorry to hear that. I think it's going to take some time for Moa to really start to trust you. But I feel that actually there's been a lot of positive steps made already. And I think that you just need to be very reassuring with this dog, very, very quiet, very gentle. You're doing everything right, Anne. You really are. Food is the way through this. I'm being shown just little bits of food as reassurance, and the trust is coming. Um, Toileting, I'm being told, will improve. You can get something called an anxiety vest, and I think that's going to be good for Moa. And you could try that because it gives that sense of like being hugged, being cuddled. And I know you might find at first that Moa backs away. That's what I'm being shown, but Moa will be worth persevering with and will come round. And once you start, and I get in 4 months' time, which would be like after Christmas, this dog starts to make really fast progress. It's like the penny drops. My Gracie says hi. She's a black golden doodle. Oh, how lovely. Right, let's have a look at last week's mystery box. It's so brilliant. So many of you are on here tonight, and I'll have a look at your messages again in a minute because it's so good to chat to you. Now, last week had the mystery box. Here it is, and we had some winners. And I'm going to do the big reveal and show you this week's mystery box in a moment. So we've had some winners, and we've got Chris with Kaylee as a winner, Tatiana with Jonas, Trisha with Duke, and Amber with Louis. So well done if you got the answer right. Now, there were some clues. If you were checking back to the Pet Psychic page this week, you would have seen the clues that I gave you. So if you missed it last week, I'll give you the clues now because you might suddenly have a thought of what is in the mystery box from last week. Right, so the clues were whatever is in here helps forests to grow, okay? And whatever is in here likes to bury their treasure. What could it be? What could it be? I wonder if anybody's having a go now. Let me have a look. I can't see it. I've got so many people commenting. Right. Oh, I can't see anybody putting an answer in yet. But if you did have a go, I'm going to do the reveal. Here we go. Let's open the box. What could it be inside? Let's have a look. Oh my goodness, Becky Turl. I think you might be right. I think Becky's got it. In there, look. Can you see them? There are some squirrels. Look at those cheeky little chaps in there. They're still in the wrapping and it's reflecting a little bit, so I'll just move it. There you go. Can you see them now? Cheeky little squirrel faces poking out there. I had to leave them in here because I didn't want them running away or playing up in the box. I hope you don't think I'm being cruel because I'm not. They're not real squirrels, of course. Aren't they gorgeous though? And lovely. They're like ceramic little red squirrels. Well done if you got it right. I'm going to have a look at this week's mystery box. Let's put this one out of the way and get this week's. Now, this week's is in a blue box. You might recognise this box if your favourite perfume is the same as mine. Oh dear, let me have a look. Let's just get rid of something that's just come up on the screen. That's it. Now, what is in this week's box? It's a little bit heavy. I don't want to throw it and wobble it too much, but you might just be able to hear it making a bit of a noise there. Hear it? What is in this week's box? Remember, you can enter all week. If you get it right, you're going to have a free pet reading on next Wednesday's live. Remember to like, comment, tag, and share. Let other people know that I'm here and what I'm doing. Do check back all week for clues. I will give you some clues, but you might already be opening your third eye, protecting yourself with white light and grounding yourself, and you want to try and put the answer down here in the comments, and I will have a look at that and I'll see if anybody is close, is warm, or way off. But I'm not going to tell you just yet if you've got it right. No, but I might tell you if you've got it wrong. And that's a clue, isn't it, within itself? So what is in this week's mystery box? Let me have a look at all your lovely messages. Let me have a look. Let's see. Hello, Tina from Copenhagen. Oh, thank you for joining us, Tina. She misses the dog Molly. She lives with my ex. Oh, that's always a hard situation, Tina, isn't it? When you split up with somebody and you've got a joint pet, I hope you do get to see Molly. It must be very, very difficult for you. I think she misses you as well. Hello, Mandy. Good evening. Beautiful. I'm excited for another brilliant night. You're just a lovely comfort for everyone. Oh, thank you, Mandy. Liz is sending love to everyone who's lost or losing a pet. Thank you, Liz. That's so kind. Who else is here? Hello, Claire. She said, join the link via your Psychic Beth link. Okay, and it's a different feed. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not technical enough, Claire. As long as you're here, that's all that matters. Tracy said, so true. My missy sent me a sign we knew together. Oh, thank you, Becky. Said, I'm really sorry you're dealing with your poorly dog. Sending healing love. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Who else is here? Nancy. I feel so guilty for leaving my Kelso so many years ago. I hope he's had a good life. Oh, Nancy. I know when we look back over things, decisions that we've had to make, you've had to do what you had to do at that point in your life. I'm sure that Kelso has had a good life. I do feel positive about that. Tracy said Missy answered me. Oh, Sue, miss my heart horse. Was it feet or was it hurting in head? Do you know what? You've said that, and then I got both. I just got as if it was more than one problem. Claire says, P.S. Loving the eye makeup. Do you know what I've got on, Claire? You know RuPaul. You know RuPaul, right? I use the eyeshadow RuPaul sachet away. I know it's so good. It stays on all day. Oh dear. Carla, my Sadie is a sweet girl, run to her litter. I think she had to fight for food and now is very overprotective. How can I help her? I feel like what you need to do, make sure her food is away from everybody else's and feed her at a different time. No wonder if she was run to the litter and had to fight, that's established that pattern of behaviour. I think all you need to do is alter feed times, move the food away, don't have water next to her food, she doesn't like it. She likes them separated. I get that she's almost like a very clean, a really, I know it sounds weird. I feel like she's very clean, she's very particular, and that's why I'm asking you to do that. Tracy, you can't get on the live. Just try and refresh it, Tracy. Here's Jace. We were just talking about your dog, weren't we? Thank you. He brought Archie to a beach in Corsica, and maybe that's what he's showing you. I don't have a meeting planned overseas, and when it's going to happen. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, Jace. I just saw it. Okay, just look out for it. Anybody who contacts you, anything to do with work, just remember it, and then let me know when it pans out. Becky got it right, didn't she, with Squirrel, and so did Claire. Oh, shall we do our first reading now? Chris with Kaylee got the mystery box right, and let's get a picture of Kaylee up on the screen. It looks like Jack Russell to me. So let's do our first winner. Our first winner, who is Chris. Are you on here, Chris? This is Kaylee, age 10. Oh, look at her. Is she okay and happy? Thank you. So this is what I picked up for you, Chris. I got that Kaylee is very on the ball, okay, very alert. I felt that you have to be quite careful that she could run off or go and do her own thing or pick up a set and she's off. I felt like very on the ball, very alert. She said to me that she can be agitated at times or a little bit anxious. And she said she can also be wary of people that she doesn't know. She said she's more than happy. She said, and she is okay, but sometimes she said she likes to sit quietly on her own. And I know this sounds a bit like a person, right? You know, sometimes when we go over things and internalize things, it's as if she's thinking about things and doing that. And you might be thinking, oh, why is she sat on her own? And she looks a bit like in a world of her own. And she said she internalizes things. So she works it out. She's very intelligent. She's thinking things through. She gave me a name that sounded like Jen or John. It was J and ending in N and showed me that. If you don't know it, Chris, look out for that person coming in. She makes me talk fast when I talk to her, as if like, that's how she is. She showed me rabbits. I don't know if you've got rabbits, if she's trying to chase them or what that is. She just showed me an image of a rabbit. She said that you really understand her now and you understand her needs, Chris. She gave me the date of the 31st of December. So if you don't know why, write it down. Don't forget that she's told you that. She said there is some upheaval, moving things around. She said money changing hands. Are you having a clear out? Are you moving, Chris? She said upheaval, things are moving. And then she said to me, bought and sold. So I don't know if this is what you've been talking about or this is what you're going through at the moment. She said there's a big decision on the cards. There's something that you've got to make this big decision. I said, is there anything that you need, anything that you want? I know she's very settled with you and she enjoys her life. She says, but she does like her meat. cut small. She says because she has a little bit of soreness in her mouth. Now, I'm not a vet, so I can't tell you anything as a diagnosis or a prognosis. We just have to give you what feels out of balance when the pet is talking to me, and that's always a way of saying, check it out with your vet, okay? I'm just passing on the message. She also said something about her leg or hip injury previously. She said, I am a sweet girl, but at times I can be a little bit temperamental. I like her honesty, but I think she's great, and I think that she is a happy soul, and I think that you've got a good connection together. You understand her, Chris, and I think that is amazing. So thank you for joining in and getting the answer right. Let me see who else who's going to have a reading tonight. Shall I do the next reading, which is for Tatiana with Jonas the cat? Jonas the cat. Let's have a look for you. I think I've seen you on here, haven't I, tonight, Tatiana? Are you here? Oh, I've just seen Jace say I'm an artist and created a performance at the opening of my gallery show as a love letter to him. Oh, that's beautiful. I also created my art pieces in dedication to him. Do you know what, Jace? Could you do something for all of us? Because you're giving us that information, and that's making me think, I want to see these pictures. I want to have a look. You know our page that we've got, which we set up last week? It's called the Pet Psychic Weekly Live Stream Facebook group. That group is for us all on here to share things, share stories, pictures of our pets, questions. Could you put your pictures on there, Jace, for us to have a look at? Would that be all right? Because it sounds incredible. Now, producer Laura's just put the QR code up for the group. So if you put your camera on your phone, hover over that, you'll get the link. Just click on it and it'll take you there and you can join. Love to see you there. I think we all want to see your pictures, Jace, now. But how beautiful. What a lovely legacy to create those art pieces. I wonder if your travel and your overseas meeting is to do with your art. Claire said, RuPaul, awesome. I know. I'll get mine off eBay, Claire, my eyeshadows from RuPaul. They're really nice. Right, let me see. We've got a lot of people on the chat. I'm going to do the reading now for Tatiana with Jonas, and producer what is going to put a picture up for us so we can all see how beautiful Jonas is. Oh, look. This is my cat Jonas. He's about 10 years old. He had a home, but then they abandoned him on the street. I adopted Jonas about 5 years ago, and he was with me for 2 years. Then he went to live with my parents because I had little time for him. My parents love Jonas like a grandson. I would like to know if he's still traumatized by having lived on the street, and if he needs anything, and if he is happy with his grandparents. Oh, look at his little face. Look at his little ear there, like his curly little ear. Oh, look at him. Look, it's almost like he's saying, are you taking my photo again? Oh, right. I asked him about the trauma from living on the street and having a home and then sort of booted out. And he said he remembers his previous home and he remembers street life. And he said some of his street life was enjoyable because he made a lot of cat friends. He says, but then there was another part to it, he said, where he experienced some unhappy situations. So sometimes when you link in doing a reading and the animal starts to almost like offload to me, and I have to just listen and see the images and understand. And often this helps the pet move forward. It's a bit like being counselled, if you like. And you said some of those experiences were unhappy experiences from people. And it made me feel a little bit sad, Tatiana, because he said there was some cruelty and mocking from people. And then he showed me this image, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I'm always honest with what I get, of somebody throwing stones at him. And he said, I am a resourceful survivor like my owner. And then I think he meant you, Tatiana, as opposed to like the grandparents. He said, um, I have a lovely life now. He says, I like to be lazy. And he said, I like to lie around, de stressing. He said, and I like to feel the sun on my back. He said, and thank you for my wonderful life. He said, you're very psychic yourself, meaning you, Tatiana. And he says, you talk in your mind to me. And he said, where I am now, he said, I'm loved a lot. He said, I feel like a baby being pushed around in a pushchair on a soft cushion. And so I think what he means by that is he's very pampered. So I don't know if they actually push him around, but he was showing me like almost like he was cocooned into like a lovely bed or soft cushions, and he said he really loves that. He gave me the date of the 14th of January, so remember that unless you already know it. He gave me a name that sounded like Dad or Dan, Jamie or James, and also Adele. And I could hear Adele really clearly, Tatiana. So can you please write those names down if you don't understand them and look out for those people coming in? But you might already understand it. I'll tell you what, Jonas has certainly landed on his feet or paws because he shows me that he's very, very settled and he really trusts his family. Um, and sometimes animals do go through quite a tough time before they reach their soul family destination. And I feel that's how it's been for Jonas. And he's where he's meant to be. And thank you for sending in that beautiful picture of him. And well done for getting the answer right, Tatiana. Right, let me just sort out my pieces of paper so I don't get it in a muddle. Right, so we've got another couple of readings to do. I'll do some more in a moment. And what I'm going to do today as well, we've got time, I've brought my fortune cookie cards. So I might pull a couple of those out for some of you. And I've brought my dice and my letters. So I might pull some of those out for some of you as well. Who else is here? Chris is there. Sarah Oakley. Mimi says hi. Hello, Sarah Oakley. I love Mimi. I remember when I used to come to your house. She's a funny little Mimi, hasn't she? I think she liked me in the end. I think she did. Chris said we moved a year ago, but keep adjusting furniture. Oh, I see. And her leg. And he said, yeah, she is. Haha. Oh, I'm glad you understood your reading, Chris. Hello, Chantel. Oh, missing my angel baby Bailey. I hope she knows I didn't leave her. I wasn't allowed to take her. Oh, Chantel, that's not your fault. I hope she passed well, taken care of. I miss her every day. She's the reason I've got my current baby. They're almost identical. Do you know what? Often our animals, particularly when they pass, send us another one. Like synchronicity starts to play out. And I know it's spirit. I know it is sending X1 to you. Tatiana said yes. Chris said thank you. Shall I do the next reading? Then I'm going to do a few little bits for people who are watching as well. So the next winner is Trisha with Duke. So let's have a look at Trisha with Duke next. And let's have a look at the picture of Duke. And Duke, let me just tell you before I start, was rescued from a very bad situation. There's Duke. Look at his lovely collar with that beautiful name tag on in the shape of a bone. I felt that he was very proud of that, you know, Trisha. This is Duke, the first pet to steal my heart completely. He was rescued from a very bad situation and brought me great joy for 12 years. Oh, is he happy and does he have friends and someone to care for him on the other side? Oh, Tricia, he is such a sweetheart. He really is. Look at him with the blanket over his head. My daughter's sausage dog. What's the name? Dachshund. That's what I was trying to think of. She has to be under a blanket. Do you know what? Judy's reminded me of her. 12 years together. I've got that where it crossed over, um, there was a very large man connected to you who greeted him. And he said he's also met with a lady who passed away, and she was diagnosed with an illness, and then she passed 6 months after the diagnosis. So he shows me two people, a man and a lady. The man to me looks quite a big man, and they were both very loving, kind, solid people, and as if they are connected to you, Trisha, and they're looking after him for you. But he checks back often to be with you from spirit. Um, he said he was a very courageous dog who was destined to be with you. He said that there is another puppy coming into your life, and he will have a hand in sending that puppy, well, it's a young dog, to you. He gave me the name of Thomas, and then he showed me the word Marlow. So is that where you live, or is that a name? Just remember about this. Remember about this name, Marlow. I don't know if it's a place or a name, but I could hear it from him, and it might be something coming up in the future. And he gave me the name that sounded like Aladdin, like Disney. Aladdin. I'm not quite sure what he meant by that, but I have to share with anything that I get. He gave me the date of the 14th and the 15th of November. So not too long to wait for that, but you might already know why that's been referenced. He said he was very, very gentle, very kind. He loved to stay close to you. He loved that physical bond that you had. He loved to be touching you and feeling the warmth of your hand on his body. He said that comforted him a great deal. He said he hopes that you really he was a teacher for you and taught you many things. But he said you also um, gave him a lot of comfort and a lot of healing. And he hopes you understand that that was mirrored, that he was comforting you as well. And what I found interesting, Tricia, is that he said that he taught you alternatives. So I don't know if you started looking into some kind of alternative therapies or you tried things out on him, but there is something about either that's what you were doing or that's like a destination for you to go into holistics or alternative therapies. So you'll have to type on here. Oh, Tricia said Thomas is my husband. Oh, well, he's mentioned him, Thomas. He's mentioned him, Tricia, which is not surprising, really, if that's your husband. But isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? Let me know if you understand any more of it. If not, can you write it down, please, Tricia? But I get such a kind, gentle soul when I tune into Duke. He reminds me of a dog I used to have called Reuben, who was like the most beautiful, kind, generous soul who just helped so many people. People used to come round not to see me, to see my dog. No, they go, "Oh, come see you, come see Reuben," and I feel like Duke is like that. That people naturally gravitated towards him because of the energy that he was given off. And Trisha just said we did Reiki for him. That's amazing. So you were looking at alternative therapies and chiropractic care for aches and pains. Oh, oh, he's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You must miss him so much, Tricia. He is always with you. When you're thinking about him, he's thinking about you. Remember that. And she said, yes, people were drawn to him always. He's like a people dog. He's a people dog. And I think that dogs like that often break boundaries down, especially with people who are unsure of dogs or a little bit frightened of dogs. They really break down barriers and make you feel like this is, even though I'm not, obviously I love dogs, but not everybody's like me. But sort of gives you that reassurance that dogs are good. You know what I mean? So sometimes children are a little bit nervous or concerned, as if you broke down those barriers for people. She put, he was an old soul. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful boy. Let's have a look who's next. Amber with Louis, and then I'm going to do some little fortune cookie readings for you, and maybe throwing of the dice and a few other little bits and pieces. Right, I hope you enjoyed that, Tricia. Um, Amber with Louis. You wait till you see Louis. What do you think Louis is going to be? A dog, a cat, or something else? Look at Louis' little cockatoo. Look at that cheeky face. I look at Louis there. It's like, I'm very proud. Oh, oh, it's like I want to put my finger out for him to jump on. Do you know what I mean? He seems quite like he wants to be stroked and loved. Oh, he's lovely. Amber said, this is Louis. He's roughly 19 years of age, but he still acts like he's 10. I've heard him speak to me one time. He told me, Mama, check little bird. Oh, as she'd passed during the night. Oh, that's amazing. Sad, but amazing. I was wondering if he's truly happy being with me as one of the fourth owners, and he's been with us for the past 10 years. Does he have anything important for me to know? Does he know how much he means to my soul? Oh, what a beautiful message, Amber. Well, he knows that you're not going to part with him. I know that. Right. He said, um, this was interesting what he said. One of the messages for you that Louis said to me, he said, for Amber, he said, you know what you are doing, as if you're very clued up on bird care, like you're very knowledgeable. He said, you're knowledgeable, you're helpful, you're thoughtful, you're kind. I thought, oh, that's beautiful. He said, I'm a very curious bird. He said, he can be a little bit nervous at times, but he said he gets quite hungry. And he said he likes to try different things. He said, since he's been with you, he said he's really come out of his shell. He said, and he's developed in confidence. He gave me the name of Terry or Tony. Well, it could be Terry and Tony, but it was T ending in Y, is what he was showing me. He said, it's time for you to grab your goals and your dreams. And then he said, write everything down. And then I thought, what are you going to do with that writing? Are you going to look at it in a way of sharing information with other people, like in a book? Are you going to write your goals down because they're more likely to come true and to be manifested? He says, because now it's time to shift your thoughts. Like when I talk to Louis Amber, he knows a lot about you and he's trying to improve your life. Not that you've got a bad life, it doesn't mean that, it just means he can see things that have happened in the past. Animals are very good at looking at past, present, and future for us. They can see into our mind, they can see what's gone on, they can see past pain, hurt, and situations. And this is what he's doing with you. He said it's time to leave a past situation behind. Let go now. He said, and you keep trying to help somebody. He said, there's no need to keep trying to help now. He said, it's time for you. It's your time. He says, get out there, out there. He says, "We are a bonded pair, we are soulmates." He feels it and he knows you feel it too. He said, what he's trying to do, he said, when you talk to him or you're in his presence, he says he reflects your thoughts back to you. He can hear your thoughts and he picks up on them really quickly. He knows your emotional state, he knows how you're feeling, and he says he puts thoughts into your mind for you to unscramble things in order to move forward. So he's really pushing you on now, leaving stuff in the past and moving on with your life and getting on with it, but in a good, positive way. He said you've got such a kind heart that you put people before you, but enough's enough now. It's time for you to get on with what you want to do in life. He says more meditation for you. Guided meditation is really powerful and really good. Do you know what? Anybody who's listening to this tonight, take that from Louis, because meditation and guided meditation is one of the best things you can do for yourself. If you go on like a podcast, just type in guided meditation. There's loads on podcasts on Apple, there's loads on Spotify. There's some beautiful ones. If you type in Hay House meditations, and some good ones. And get into it. It's really good for your psychic development as well. And he's pushing you down that route, really, Amber, particularly spiritual side. He said you're on a voyage of discovery. He loves being with you. He loves his life. He stopped looking back about the other homes. He's like moved on and he accepts that this is the best place that he can be. And he's enjoying it. He is enjoying it and he's communicating with you through a telepathic link. All you've got to do is meditate so that you can do that zone where you can really hear him. You've heard him before and you will hear him again. He gave me June the 10th as a date for you, so I hope that's helped, Amber. I hope that's helped you. And well done for getting the mystery box correct. Let me see who else is on here now. Just sort out my bits of paper. Don't forget, we're doing this week's mystery box. Here it is, a nice blue box. It did contain my favourite perfume, but that isn't what's inside. Give it a little shake. It's quite heavy. You probably can hear it knocking. Remember, all week you can go to the Pet Psychic weekly live stream page. You can put your answers in there. You can go to the Pet Psychic page, put your answers in there. I will be sharing clues with you throughout the week. And if you get it right, you're going to have a free reading on next Wednesday's Facebook live stream at 7:30 p.m. UK time with me, Psychic Beth Lee-Crowther. Let's have a look and see who else is on here. And I'm going to do a few little readings for you now. Tricia said, is it possible to get a photo of Beth's notes, Duke's reading? I'll try and take a photo of it for you, Tricia, okay? And then I'll see if I can send it over to you. I need to write it down because at the moment I've got a memory lock sleeve. Send Tricia, hold on, Mitchell Burrell. Duke's notes. Right, I've got it written down, okay? I've got it written down so I don't forget. Leave that with me. Who else is on here? Sorry if I've missed some of you. The comments go quite quickly. Liz, Beth, can you tell Taya to stop pinching my wool, please? Thank you. I crochet. That's going to be a tough one, Liz. That is irresistible to Taya, that little wool movement. Oh, I'm going to have that distraction. You need to get some toys that are similar. Maybe you need to hang some wool up while you're crocheting. You know, one of those like cap things that are tall, them scratching posts. Maybe tie some bits of wool, and then you can distract Taya to that. But I think you're going to struggle. I think you're going to struggle. Right, let me see. I'm going to do a fortune cookie reading for somebody now. Can you see my fortune cookie cards? Look at those. Honestly, I just love these. They're so much fun. If you would like a fortune cookie reading, just type in the comments and I'll do you one. I'm shuffling. I'm shuffling. Who would like one? Let me have a look. Just looking at the comments now. Christine, I'm hoping you got the photo sent of my dog Beth. You asked to send one last week. Ah, Christine, I was trying to think who I asked to send because I get so many people, as you can imagine. So, Christine, what I'm going to do, I'm going to definitely do a reading for you next week, and I'm going to write it on here because me and producer Hua were trying to find who it was who had said I was doing a reading because I forgot to write it down. Christine Knight, your dog, next week, and I will definitely do that for you, Christine. And apologies, I haven't done it for this week when I said I would. I'm just like some kind of scatterbrain at the moment. So I will do that for you, I promise. I've written it down and we'll sort that definitely for next Wednesday, okay? Because I need to look at the photo so I can give you a longer reading. Let me have a look. Joanna Vegas, I want a fortune cookie reading. Let's do one for you, Joanna. Are you thinking about what's going on at the moment, Joanna? Project the thoughts. And I'm going to pull you a card out. Ooh, it's the one on the top. Opportunities. Joanna, don't miss the opportunities, okay? You can do it, is what I'm being told to tell you. Don't make an excuse. Don't put things off. When any invitations come in, Joanna, you need to accept them because things are turning around for you. I feel there's 3 significant things that are going to come in for you before Christmas. So, quite quickly, they feel like invitations and they are opportunities because as you accept the invitations, it might be a night out, it might be a drink with friends, other things come as a result of it, or somebody knows somebody you know, brings you together. There's all sorts of things that are kind of becoming a lot clearer and a lot stronger for you now. I feel like life has been confusing, a bit complicated, is what they put through to me. But it's like the path is emerging. There's new work coming in, a new work opportunity. I get the 13th of January next year. Look out for something around then as well. But new opportunities are ripe. Spirit send them. You can manifest them, but you need to work with the universe and you need to show that you're willing. Because I'm being told in the past you have put things off or you've made an excuse. Spirit said, no more excuses, you're a person. No more excuses. Getting your telling off, but in a nice way, in a very nice way. Let me see who else would like one of these cards. Jace said yes, please. Let's have a look. Let's have a look for you, Jace. Think about what you want to know, Jace, as I'm shuffling. Ooh, here we go. This is the one. I'll show it you before I see it. See it. Right, what does it say? Sexuality, Jace. Well, I feel that relationships are going to become very strong for you in a very good way. It's almost a rekindling of feelings. Unless you're single, then it will be somebody new coming in for you. Really tell that person how you feel. Be a little bit more romantic. Set a nice little surprise up because when you do that, it's going to really make things so much more solid, so much better. And that person really knows then that you're thinking about them. Also, I've been told by spirit that sometimes you can talk and talk and talk, and you don't always listen to the answers from a loved one or within a relationship. So they're saying, say what you need to say, but then take a step back and really listen to that partner, really listen to what they're explaining. and really empathise and take on board their feelings as well. But I do believe when anybody um, gets this card, it's because relationships are on the up and things are going to be great and things are moving forward. So if this is an existing relationship, things improve, get even better. If it's a new relationship, then it's a very exciting thing that's going to happen. And it can be a very blessed time where relationships are concerned. So I hope you've enjoyed that, Jace. Uh, Let me have a look. Stacey, I would love one. Think about what you want to know, Stacey. Okay, think about it now. Send that thought to me. Send it to Spirit. Come on, Stacey. Let's see. Oh, Joanna said I just lost my actual job indeed. Oh, well, don't worry. Opportunities are ripe for you, Joanna. It'll sort out. It'll sort out. Right, Stacey, that one's sticking out. I'll show it first. Can you see it? It says surprise. Oh, you've got a lovely surprise coming your way. It says a disappointment will be followed by a pleasant surprise. So if something's gone on, Stacey, where you felt a bit brassed off lately or something hasn't gone your way, sometimes things like that happen for a reason because it's superseded by something far better. And that's what Spirit is showing me now, that something better is coming along for you. I do feel as we go into the 11th of December, things have settled down, or you get somebody, it's going to sound really weird, somebody revealing the truth about something. And it's almost like it becomes like a weight off their mind, and you're able to advise, help, and share what for them to do next. So you're very good with people, you're very good at advising. And I think people do see your true qualities, and there is a beautiful surprise coming to you. And I'm going to say this, a shiny surprise, something glittery as well. So I don't know if somebody's been looking on the internet because they want to get you something very special, and that's what they've been looking at. So just bear that in mind, Stacey, but it's really, really nice. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to pull you out a couple of letters for some initials. I'm just going to do that for you, Stacey. Look out for the person with these in their name or these initials. The initial O, I feel, is their first name. And then you've got the initial U for their surname. Can you see that? Shall we call them Oliver Unicorn? No, I know that isn't their name. I know that won't be there. Look out for those two initials coming in around you because that's in a positive way. Hope that's helped you. Tatiana, I want one, please. Let's have a look for you, Tatiana. Let's have a look. Tatiana. Can you see Spooky Doll Carrie? I don't think she's moved or anything or caused any havoc tonight, has she? I think she's very well behaved. Maybe she's not as haunted as I thought. Right, Tatiana, look, one's sticking out for you. Look, can you see it? Let's see what it is. Oh, planning. Can you see that? And it reflects a little bit planning. Lots of plans, particularly as you go into the new year, Tatiana. Start making a list, start putting in what you want to achieve. This card says it's time to lay down the foundations for your future. Financial gains are more than likely. But yeah, I think it's around like a work situation, but also something about earning money for yourself or being self-employed, putting those plans down to get a business off the ground or self-employment is being shown to me. So I hope that's helped you. I'm just going to throw the dice for you, Tatiana. I've got 5 dices with like symbols on, and sometimes I just get the. I'm going to throw a dice for somebody. Let's see what you get. Oh, look! Can you see the mobile phone? That's the communication symbol. So this business thing, these new ideas, this self-employment, you need to talk to a lot of people. You need to communicate. Lots of phone calls, lots of Zoom calls. That kind of thing is coming your way. Liz, let's do. Oh, Tatiana said, I already babe my own shop. Oh, well, you might be expanding it, Tatiana. You might have another business idea. Sounds like you've got a business head already, which is perfect. Liz, let's pull you a fortune cookie card, Liz. Let's have a look. Think about what you want to know. Send it to me. Here we go, Liz. Oh, Liz, you've got the love card. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Love is in the air. That's what it says. Love is in the air. A great time for commitment and taking relationships. Ooh, beautiful card, Liz. Very nice. I wanted to sing that song. Love is in the air. Where I look around. Play that in the background, Liz. Date night. If you're single, you've got somebody lovely coming in around you. If you're in a relationship, a bit like Jason's reading, then romantic times ahead. But that's really beautiful. Tatiana said maybe another business idea. I think that's what it is. It might run in conjunction with what you're doing now, or it might be something totally separate. But you've got the ability, you know how to grow a business, you know what to do. Stacey said, "Oh, thank you so much, Beth. I had a big decision to make with my house. I've been very emotional this week. The week of December the 12th, I'm going on a cruise. Perfect. Maybe I will meet someone with the initials O and U. Oh, well, you'll have to let me know, Stacey. Thank you for the joy of having this experience. Oh, it's so lovely to see you on here." Tracy said, "I'll have to listen back later." You have to listen back later, Tracy. Was it you, Tracy, who was struggling to get on here? I'll pull you a card. Because if you're listening back later, you can. Oh, she says, finally got on. Now you've nearly finished. Well, I'm going to pull you a card for your persistence, Tracy. Okay. I might roll you the dice as well. Let's have a look for you, Tracy. Let's have a look. So frustrating when you can't get on these lives or computers don't do what you want. It's very annoying. Well, for some reason, I've got to keep shuffling them, Tracy. Oh, here we go. Here's your card. Can you see it? Can you see what it says? It says sunshine. Oh, Tracy, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. The sun is shining on your career and business growth. Fabulous communication in relationships. Do you know what? You're going into such a lovely phase, a lovely cycle, Tracy, in your life. I feel like it starts literally in a couple of weeks' time and things get better and better. I think that you'll have like what I would call like a lucky break or make great progress with something. And also, Spirit say to me, there's good news coming in for you, and the sunshine will be all around. And somebody's going to announce something that will make you very happy indeed. There's like a big announcement coming. Maybe they will announce something at Christmas time. Okay, so look out for that, and you will have to let me know. Let me roll the dice for you, Tracy. Just going to give it a little warm up. Here we go. Oh my goodness, you've got the tree. New beginnings, Tracy. Can you see that, everybody? That's new beginnings, new growth. Might be somebody new coming into the family, but that is new beginnings, new growth. It can also be very much around family when you get the tree, because think about family tree. doing research, looking into the background, but I feel it's the newness of this that's important. So I hope that you are able to see that, Tracy, when you watch back. Amber said, "Thank you so very much, Beth. Louis watched with me." Oh, Louis! And yes, he loves to eat. And I've even had to put him on a bit of a diet. Oh, he sneaks bits of hard food, dog food at times from the dog's bowl. Cheeky Louis. Oh, what a beautiful bird. He's lovely, Amber. He really is. Oh, thank you, Kim. I just bought your book. I can't wait for it to get here. That's very kind. Everything you need to know to become a pet psychic is only 6.99 on Amazon. It's like half price nearly at the moment. I've even ordered some myself because they're like trade price. So do get a copy, give it to somebody for Christmas, and do leave me an Amazon review if you don't mind, because I've been stuck on 74 for ages. It hasn't moved up for ages. Hopefully, I'll get to be a number one bestseller again, because when I looked earlier, it was on number 4 on ESP on Amazon. Just check it while you're all here. It's still on number 4. It might go up a bit now. Now you've bought it, Kim. Thank you. Amber said a card reading would be absolutely wonderful sometime. You know what? I'm just going to quickly pull you one out, Amber. And I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to go like that. And it says, reinvent yourself. Woo! Do you know what, Amber? It's a little bit of you time. You need to go and have a nice haircut, get some new clothes, really speak your truth, become very courageous. It's your time now. Didn't Louis say stuff like that in the reading to you? Do you know what? It all makes sense. It says a transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease of life. Oh, that's amazing, Amber. I'm very pleased for you. Very pleased for you. Kim, let's just quickly. Did I pour one out for you, Kim, or not? I can't remember. I'm going to pour one out anyway. I just feel that I need to pull this one for you, Kim. It's intuition. Very psychic, Kim, when you get the intuition card. You need to develop it even more. And you have just bought my book. So there is the perfect excuse to immerse yourself in, do the meditations in the book, learn about being a pet psychic like me. It's going to become easy and natural to you. It really is. That's the perfect card for you. That's the perfect card. It says trust your intuition. It's a great time to learn a new skill, change careers, or invest money. There you go. You can help me then, Kim, with all the pet readings. Oh, don't forget the mystery box this week. What is inside? A little bit heavy. I will be giving you clues throughout the week on the Pet Psychic page. Do also join the Pet Psychic weekly live stream page, because that is the place, that is the Facebook group for you to post your pictures in, for you to ask questions, for you to share funny stories, maybe some videos of your pets, or maybe you've been looking on the internet and you've seen a little reel and you want to share it with us about an animal. It might be an inspirational story. You might want to tell us about something. So do join there. I'm going to be going on that a little bit this week, but hopefully have a little bit more time. I'm going to ask you to join in with the mystery box, because if you get it right, you will be getting a free reading definitely on next week's live, 7:30 p.m. of course, every Wednesday here on Facebook and YouTube. If you join in with the mystery box, you can have as many goes as you like. I don't mind. I don't mind how many tries you have. I will be giving you clues throughout the week, so look out for those. I think you'll like what's inside this week's mystery box, if I'm honest. I think you will. Maybe it's something slightly spooky that goes along with the Halloween theme tonight. You'll have to wait and see. Do remember to like, tag, share, and comment when you do it. So it just, lets other people know that I'm here and what I'm doing every week. Kim said, I would love that. Nothing better than helping people and animals. Absolutely. Donna, hi Beth, I love your work and your program on TV. Oh, thank you, Donna. I'm reading your book as currently training in AC myself. I like this, Donna. This is music to my ears. Another animal communicator in the making. Well, if I can help you at all, if you need any advice, just drop me a line, Donna. And thank you for getting my book and thank you for watching my TV program. If you haven't seen the Pet Psychic, go to Channel 5's app, which is called My Five. In the search, put in the Pet Psychic. Watch my 4 1-hour programs in there where I visit so many people with their pets all over the UK. I talk to ferrets, I talk to camels, I even get bitten by a ferret and I get hooked by a dog. It all happened on that program. Let me tell you, if you haven't seen it, do take a look. I'm hoping that you really, really enjoy it. Oh, is there any way, says Kim, to see your show in the US? I don't know, Kim, but what you can do is if you go on YouTube, go on to Heavy Petting, because that's our YouTube channel, where the production company shares their programs on there, including um, clips of the Pet Psychic. So if you go on YouTube, you can watch clips on there, and there's some great clips on there, Kim. Heavy Petting on YouTube is a good way. Or just type in the Pet Psychic on YouTube because there is clips of me also on ITV on This Morning. And the one clip you might want to watch is when my dog Misty, um, I'm on the couch, I'm being interviewed by Vernon Kane and Josie Gibson on This Morning, promoting my book. It's my book launch on This Morning on ITV, right? I'm like thinking, right, I've got to make sure I say everything about my book, blah, blah. And Misty jumps off the sofa, runs across the studio. Ainsley Harriott has cooked a chicken casserole and she eats it. Honestly, it's like comedy gold. It could only happen. Put that into Google or YouTube, watch that. It's hilarious. It's so funny. My mom phoned me up the one night and she went, Beth, I've just seen you on the telly. I said, I didn't know I was on the telly. She went, yeah, you were just on It'll Be All Right on the Night. You know that where they put all the bloopers and all the things that go wrong on TV. I was on that clip of Misty. Eating Ainsley's chicken was on there. So it's hilarious. And I was on Gogglebox as well. My claim to fame, I was on Gogglebox. It was so funny. They put a clip of the Pet Psychic on there. The people like review it. And the funny thing was, those two people, the brother and the sister, who've got those like funny mugs. He was going, she's driving a Fiat 500. Must be coming up in the world. It wasn't even my car. But it is funny. So thank you if you've already watched it. Thank you, Mandy. Said I loved all 5 shows you've done, especially the one where the horse said his owner had a terrible singing voice. I know that was hilarious, wasn't it? Absolutely hilarious. Stacey, thank you so much for everything tonight, Beth. I feel like I have a friend in you. Oh, thank you, Stacey. Thank you for shining your light and sharing your gift. Oh, well, I've got a friend in all of you who's watching, including you, Stacey. So thank you. I only come on here and do it because I love it and I love connecting with all of you and your pets. Joanne says Gogglebox is where I saw you first. Oh, Kim says good to know. I'll look that up. Thank you. Donna, will you be doing another series, Beth? Not that I know with Channel 5, maybe with another channel one day. I will try and manifest that. I would like to. You never know. I'll keep my fingers crossed. It would be good. I did enjoy it. It was just a magical time and a great experience. Well, thank you for joining me, everybody. I've loved tonight. Have a lovely Halloween tomorrow. Hopefully, Carrie behaves herself. Don't forget to carve your pumpkins and put them on your step. The two worlds are very close together. The veil is very thin on Halloween. So have a great time. Hope you get treats and not tricks tomorrow. If you trick or treating, and dress up as a witch or something lovely like that. Um, I'm going to be having a lovely time. I hope you do too. And I'll see you next Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. UK time. Put a date in your diary to join me. Get the mystery box right and have a reading, and we'll be doing more fun things. I'll do some more card readings and little bits and pieces with you as well. Take care. Have a good week, everybody. Bye for now.